A look back on some of our favorite small business success stories of 2021 on today's In This Together, sponsored by Alexa. Hey y'all, and welcome to In This Together. I'm Alejandro Alba. For our first story, how a boxing trainer in New York City is creating a safe space for women to embrace their inner and outer strength. Reese Scott is the founder and owner of Women's World of Boxing, the first women-only boxing gym in New York City.
I started Women's World of Boxing because what I wanted didn't exist. I wanted a safe, controlled space where I could come learn the real sport of boxing, the technical sport of boxing, and feel comfortable and not feel self-conscious and not feel intimidated and feel like I was at home.
Reese's mission for Women's World of Boxing is simple.
What I want for every woman that comes into Women's World of Boxing, what I want for her is to know that her space is hers and that however much of it she needs, it belongs to her. And she doesn't owe anyone an apology. She's not in anyone's way.
As soon as you walk in, you feel at home. Everyone here is so friendly. There's a no competition atmosphere. We're just all trying to be the best that we can be right now at this moment in our lives.
Here you can have unlimited potential and you can feed off of that energy with each other. Everybody's supportive of each other.
Breaking down barriers and creating a transformative space has been immensely rewarding to Reese.
How does it feel to be a Black woman business owner of the first and only women's boxing gym in New York City? It feels kind of badass. It does. It does.
For our next segment, we're looking back at our story on Plantitas, a plant shop in California that aims to be a space for healing and self-care for marginalized communities. Kevin Alcaraz and Anthony Diaz are owners of Plantitas. Plantitas originally operated out of their apartment building's garage, but following an unexpected popularity, the couple moved the shop to a brick-and-mortar storefront.
We couldn't contain it at the garage anymore because it became so popular, and we knew we had to find a bigger space. It was really only a pipe dream. Like, we didn't actually think we would qualify for anything, or two, that we could actually get there. And when we finally walked into the store, Kevin literally opened it, walked in, and he said, "Wow, this is it."
Kevin and Anthony's queer and Latinx identities guide Plantitas' mission to be a welcoming space for all.
Just come into the shop, it's like you're coming into our home, and we want to treat them like guests in our home. We don't see folks as just customers. We look at opportunities to connect with people. We both understand what it's like to be marginalized, to be different than everyone else. So we definitely wanted to make it a space where as many people as can come and just feel warm and welcome and received.
I wanted to bring our community together, like just to create one community, not to break down by color schemes, cultures.
With Plantitas, Kevin and Anthony want to make plant owning as accessible to as many people as possible.
We're making it so that our plants are financially accessible, so that you have access to some basic knowledge in the form of us sharing care tips with you, being available on Instagram to answer questions. And if you're somebody who can't afford to buy all these plants, at least you can get one or two and you can knock it out of the park and have beautiful large plants.
And finally, a look back on Black Girls Greenhouse, a greenhouse on a mission to support local artists and uplift Black community members. Kalu, Gara Johans, and Jamaica Roxanne opened Black Girls Greenhouse in August 2020. The space offers plants and home goods to promote self-care and support Black businesses.
Kind of just started by a casual conversation that Jamaica and I had over plants and the idea of having a place that would celebrate and hold space for our community and for Black people.
It had always been something that we prioritize in our own personal lives, just making sure to be really intentional about where we shop and the types of artists that we support.
Jamaica and Kalu hope Black Girls Greenhouse can inspire both consumers and fellow entrepreneurs.
I feel like a lot of times people think that there's a specific way or a best way or more appropriate way to, be an activist or to, show what you stand for or to be involved in your community. And I think it really is just beneficial if you're just as true to yourself as you can be. And if you take something that you know that you already love and that you already have a passion for and figure out a way for you to bring that to the masses in a way that can be beneficial to those around you is just sort of the best way to kind of get started.
I just want to continue to hold a space for our community that allows them to feel some peace, some small moments of joy.
Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're doing well, and remember, we're all in this together.